joins me now from Elm Cuisine. So good to have you.
Thanks.
Now, we are talking about the ingredients that are wild. They're very wild. They're in season for a short period of time. You kind of have to get them right now.
Exactly. So they're super exclusive.
Yes.
And we should all take advantage. So let's talk really quickly about the ingredients that are available from, I'd say, like end of April to beginning of June. Yep. Depending on the season, depending on the year, it can start late and early. Wild asparagus. It grows in fields. It pops up just like this, and you really have to watch out for it. Couple tips when you're going out there and picking: wear long pants because it likes to pop up right around poison ivy. Oh. So just make sure your legs are covered.
Okay. I wouldn't even know where to go to forage for that stuff. But if you were that person,
I encourage you to try to be that person once.
You should try and be that
right?
person.
It's
yes.
fun.
I'm sure it is.
It makes it so much better when you eat it.
Yeah, that's right. Because you went and picked it yourself.
Yeah,
right?
There you go. It feels so good.
Okay, so fiddleheads. We hear a lot about fiddleheads because also super short season.
Super short, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
And you got to get them. You can cultivate. So that's one thing. There are fiddlehead farms. That's like a little secret I probably shouldn't tell, but they're very wild, and they still only come up for 3 weeks of the season.
Okay.
You really want to. There's different types of. They're part of the fern family. So you want to make sure you're getting the right fern family if you're out there in the wild. So I've got tips for that, which you'll find on the website. So
okay, cityline.ca for that. That's good.
Exactly. The way you'll tell that they're edible is if they've got a smooth skin and it's not hairy, and it has like a U-shaped curve to it, so kind of like celery. So that's fiddleheads.
Okay.
And then we've got Morel Mushrooms. You want to hold that one?
So
that's
this
a
is
glorious
the coolest
one.
thing. So Morels, I was saying, why don't I know these? And you were saying because they are only found wild.
Yes.
So there aren't any
You cannot cultivate
farms.
them. No one has figured out how, which makes them like, it's like a truffle, you know? Like no one's figured out how to make them.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're just not, you know, easy to find either. So they like to pop up sporadically. They like to breathe, so you can't find them in patches. Yeah. So you'll find like one here, and you need to walk 20 minutes to find another.
Okay.
So they're incredibly exclusive, very expensive.
Are they like $20 a morel or something?
Well, they're like, you know, between $30 and $65 a pound. So you're talking like these prices there.
It sounds very rare, very exclusive. So anybody that's going out and picking them, that's a task.
Oh yeah.
How do they taste?
They taste. They say they taste like toasted nuts or prime rib roast. So they're really great with red meat. I just saute them in butter and put them on a steak, and they're incredible that way. Do you want to taste?
Yeah,
I have taste for you.
Sure,
Honestly,
I'll try it.
It's just butter.
Okay.
Just sauteed in butter. Go for it.
Anything that's just butter is a good thing.
Just butter is a good thing, and feel free to taste the wild asparagus and the fiddleheads as well, right?
It's meaty.
Yeah, it's nice.
That is amazing.
Don't have to do anything to it. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to show you how to make my ramp gnocchi. So ramps are one of my favorite ingredients to cook with at this time.
Yeah.
They're wild leeks, spring onions, wild garlic. All of those names apply.
Nice.
And so what you do is you pick them. They look like green onions, only they have like rabbit ear leaves. And they pop out, and you pick them, and then you blanch them. And then you can make things like ramp pesto. You can make things like ramp purees.
Nice.
And ramp gnocchi. So how we do that? We start with making some gnocchi.
Yep.
With that, we've got the roasted potatoes.
Yep, right here.
You rice them through a ricer. You then put 1 egg in here, and I'm going to grab some of this ramp puree that I've made. It's bright green.
Okay.
Put like 3 tablespoons in there.
That is so fresh.
Mix it together. And it turns bright green.
The potatoes you use, these are Yukon?
You can use Yukon. You can also use russets if you can't find nice big Yukon.
Yeah.
My recipe calls for like large potatoes. This would be a large potato.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can use russets as well. Yukons have a sweeter flavor to them.
Okay.
So that's why I like using them.
Okay.
So there we go. Want to throw in the flour, maybe half of it to start.
Half of it.
Yeah. The less flour, the better in gnocchi.
Okay.
That's what makes them nice and soft, like little pillows. You add too much flour, you overknead it, and they get chewy.
Okay.
All right.
Gnocchi
so
is a very particular thing. You know, you want to make sure you don't go too far in either direction because they're, I don't know, they're like, they're precious.
They're not great when they're too soft either.
Right.
But you definitely want them to, they say it should be like a pillow, just enough firmness.
Yes.
All right, ready? Ready for
rolling? Am I over mixing if I do this anymore?
No, what we're gonna do is to not mix it totally in the bowl because we still have to roll it.
Okay.
We're just gonna take it out and put it out on our cutting board.
Okay.
We've got some boiling water ready because they also need to be blanched right away.
All right.
So now it's come together.
These are the smallest gloves I've ever seen.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I have tiny hands. Oh gosh.
You brought Lauren Mozer size gloves. Look at that.
Okay, great. So the key here, just so I can finish this off and show you guys how to do it, is to just roll it out like this with quite a bit of flour.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of flour.
Yeah, because if you coat the outside, that's also what does the pillow effect. So it gets a bit chewy on the outside and then you bite into it and it's like super fluffy on the inside.
Nice.
Okay, I'll move these so we can see. And yeah, you just want to cut them into little gnocchi.
Into little squares.
I like it rustic. Like, I don't like it when it's like super pretty or like has the fork marks. Yeah. And then you just want to blanch them. And they'll turn into just like that.
Okay, I want to try putting some in too.
Yeah, go for it.
Lovely. Okay, so you're blanching them, which means you're not putting them in for very long.
Nope, you just want to wait till they float to the top, and you'll see that happen.
Yeah.
And then, because it's me, I really prefer to then throw them in butter. So get some nice browning on there.
Yes.
And that's more flavor too. That's flavor. The Maillard reaction, as they say.
So it goes to the top.
Oh, you see, they're getting happy.
Yeah, they're getting really happy in there. And then that's it.
That's it.
Oh.
You see, it's much easier than you think. Everyone's so scared of making gnocchi and homemade pasta. It's not that scary.
Yeah.
You just have to trust yourself, and you have to understand it's not that hard. Don't futz too much.
Right. Okay.
So
just
they
take
come
it
up,
easy.
you throw them right into the butter, and then you've made some wonderful ramp pesto, and then you garnish it with some homemade ricotta cheese.
Oh,
the recipe for the homemade ricotta is online too, so you guys can make everything from scratch, or you can just pick and choose.
So now you know how to forage, what you need to wear, okay? Get all those tips at cityline.ca, and then how to make this incredibly wild in-season recipe.